Well, it's official. As of last night, the Hershey, Pennsylvania Bears are the Calder Cup Champions. In a quite contentious 7 game series, the Bears were able to edge out the Coachella Valley Firebirds for a 3-2 win in overtime. With their relatively new Acrisure Stadium being completely sold out, fans got loud. Since the Firebirds were up by 2 midway through the second period, many of their fans were ecstatic, thinking that although it was possible, it wasn't likely that the Bears were going to come back. But just like in real life, these Bears were vicious and fast, not to mention incredibly talented, and within the next 20 minutes of play, they had already tied up the game, scoring 2 unanswered goals. Now, one of the biggest forces that leads to winning hockey games is momentum. When you come back in the third period of a 2-0 game with 2 unanswered goals to take it to overtime, it is safe to say that momentum is 100% on your side. You're coming into overtime feeling red hot, which is ironic because for the third period and overtime, the Firebirds were ice cold. You could even see the momentum change reflected in the stats as well. In regular time, Firebirds had a shot advantage, but in the third period, the Bears completely outplayed the Firebirds, outshooting them 9-4 before scoring their third goal in overtime to win the game and the series. And in the majority of those series, 8 to be exact, the home team has won Game 7. Yes, it was a great game for the Bears, but I would be remiss if I didn't talk about how great of a season it was for the Firebirds. Objectively, it's their best. Of course, it's also their first. But to make it to Game 7 of the Calder Cup Championship in your inaugural season bodes well for the future of your team. Not sure how many people remember this, but I seem to recall that a team that made it to the finals of the Stanley Cup Championship in their inaugural season recently won the Stanley Cup this year. Overall, it comes down to continuous successes or failures of management to put together a team that is willing to sacrifice and build long term. But when you're one goal away from winning the Calder Cup Championship, you know you got a good group of guys. And if you play your cards right, you're in for many successes along the way. Overall, I think the Firebirds are kind of an awesome team. They came out of the gate swinging, making it all the way to the Calder Cup final, and they did it in style with incredibly cool uniforms. Even though I like the Comets, because I'm a Devils fan, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for the Firebirds. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think, and subscribe. Thanks.